Guimaraes is a city with about 150,000 inhabitants, located in northern Portugal. But what is so special about this city? Guimaraes is the birthplace of the country's first king, Afonso Henriques, and was the first capital of the newly established Kingdom of Portugal. Guimaraes is considered the cradle of the nation, and on one of the towers of the city's old wall is it written, Aqui, nasceu Portugal. Portugal was born here. Stay tuned to find more interesting things about the history of Guimaraes and what you should visit if you come here. But first, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos. The city of Guimaraes is located in the district of Braga, 17 kilometers southeast of Braga and 43 kilometers northeast of Porto. Guimaraes is about 40 kilometers from the shores of the Atlantic Ocean, in a valley surrounded by hills. The city has a Mediterranean climate, with the highest average temperature in July, 21 degrees Celsius, and the lowest in January, 8 degrees Celsius. The area where today is Guimaraes has been inhabited for thousands of years, and a stone dedicated to the Roman Emperor Trajan was found in Caldas das Taipas, suggesting that here was a spa town in Roman times. The medieval foundation of the current city has its roots in the 10th century, when the Countess Mumadona Gias erected a monastery, which became a center of a new settlement. To defend the monastery, Mumadona built a castle a short distance away on a hill. In 1095, Henry, Count of Portugal, established his court here, and also here, a few decades later, his son Afonso I proclaimed the Kingdom of Portugal. In 1139, Afonso renounced the suzerainty of the Kingdom of Leon and established the independent Kingdom of Portugal. Guimaraes remained the capital of Portugal until 1179. During the reign of King Denis, as the town was expanding, it was partially surrounded by a defensive wall. Later, during the reign of John I, the wall was torn down and the two parts of the city, uptown and downtown, were finally united, and the city began to expand outside its old walls. Until the 19th century, the structure of the city did not suffer many transformations, besides the construction of a few more churches, convents and palaces. The controlled process of urbanization permitted the conservation of the city's magnificent historical center. In 2001, the historic town center was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in recognition for being an exceptionally well-preserved and authentic example of the evolution of a medieval settlement into a modern town. In 2012, Guimaraes, along with Maribor in Slovenia, was the European capital of culture. The main tourist attraction of the city is the Castle of Guimaraes, one of the most complete and best preserved medieval strongholds in Portugal. The castle is located within the northern limits of the urban area of Guimaraes, isolated on a small hill formed from granite and encircled by a small forest park. The castle is associated with the origins of the Portuguese nation, and it is believed that here was born Portugal's first king, Afonso Henriques. Standing at the foot of the castle hill is the palace of the Dukes of Braganza. It was initiated between 1420 and 1422 by Afonso, Count of Barcelos, the illegitimate son of John I of Portugal. The palace has courtyards with galleries and Gothic pointed arches and tall narrow brick chimneys that look more like columns poking through the roof. In 1933, the building underwent extensive renovation to become the official presidential residence during Antonio Salazar's dictatorship. The most famous square in Guimarães is Largo Da Oliveira, surrounded by picturesque houses that are typical of the north of Portugal. On the eastern side is a Gothic shrine built to commemorate the Battle of Salado, where the Portuguese and Castilian forces together defeated the Moorish army from Granada in 1340. Behind this is the Igreja de Nossa, Senhora De Oliveira, the Collegiate Church of Our Lady of the Olive Tree, a Gothic monument part of a former monastery founded in the 10th century by Contes Momadona Gias. Another square that you must visit in Guimaraes is Largo De Toro. The fair of bulls and other large cattle gave the name of the square. The fortress wall was located here earlier. A fragment of the wall with the inscription Aqui, nasceu, Portugal, Portugal was born here, is the visual dominant of the square. Probably the most famous church in Guimaraes is Igreja de Nossa, Senhora, Consolação e Santos Passos, completed in 1785 in Baroque style and located in Largo República do Brasil Square. Another beautiful attraction that worth visiting is the City Hall, located in a building that has a Baroque facade which dates to the 16th century. Among the several museums of the city, the Alberto Sampaio Museum is the one that stands out. It contains an impressive collection of medieval and Renaissance era sculpture, paintings, and ceramics, embroidered vestments, including one rare vest that was used by the King John I. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you know other interesting places in Guimaraes that I forgot to mention, please write about them in a comment below. And remember that you can help our channel to grow by just pressing the like button and by sharing this video with your friends.